I got no
Genesee,
problem.
what's up?
I got
That
no
walk.
problem.
That walk behind you.
What are these
I was like, oh,
fucking people doing?
what are these fools doing in here?
I'll tell you
Oh,
what.
man.
I'll tell you what we're doing.
What is up? What is
We
up?
are rolling.
We are rolling.
What is up? And welcome back to the Ready Player Lift podcast, season 6, episode 8. Let's fucking go. Shout out to our day ones. Shout out to the ride or dies. Shout out to the listeners, supporters, merchandise enjoyers. If you've been with us since the start, we appreciate you. We love you. We're happy to be back. Let's fucking go. Jerell.
Yeah. It's been a couple weeks.
It's been 2 weeks. It's been some
Got some things to discuss.
got some things. So we started this episode with some thoughts and some we got
Got some things to talk
we got
about.
some things. We got what do we got? We got
I don't even know
where do we begin this week? Like so much has happened
Yeah.
in the
She-Hulk world.
we got some things. We got
She-Hulk.
let's see. We got Kanye doing his Kanye thing. We got
Oh, that's right.
what else we got? We
Kanye
got
wilding out.
we got the new DJ Khaled album. We got new season on the way. Man, we got a lot. So let's go. On this week's episode, we will talk games. We will talk games. We will talk pop culture. And we'll give you all of our thoughts, takes, and ideas. Let's get it. So, Jerell, I want to get right into it. Into it. We talk fitness. We talk mental health. We talk gains. You yourself have done something, and I want you to talk about it. I want you to make your announcement.
Oh, I'm making my announcement. Yeah, Milo wants me to make this announcement. Even though
It's a big thing. It's a big thing, and I'm happy for you. So let's do it.
Yeah. So I have officially, finally, I guess you could say, officially become as Milo would call it, a certified trainer boy. No, I got my actual certification to be a physical trainer, a personal trainer.
Okay, no big deal. You know, you're so humble about it. But
yeah, it's weird. It's weird.
So, what made you explain to the listeners, right? Because I know more about you than people realize. But what if you could explain to the listeners, like, why did you decide to do this? Like, why did you decide to
go and get a personal trainer certification and a nutritionist certification and so on and so forth? Dude, people need help, man. Like, flat out. Like, I feel like there's a lot of people that don't really know where to begin. They don't know where to start. They don't know what to do. And we've been in that boat ourselves before, and we never really had anybody that was there that we knew personally that was like, hey, I'll help you. Come over here. Let me lend you a hand. Let me give you some guidance. And so I want to be that person.
So, you know what I think? Because I'm gonna shout you out, right? So you know what? God damn it. We shout out everybody on this show. We shout out strangers. We give love to people that I don't even know if they listen to the episode sometimes when we give them a shout out. But you know what? I think this week's shout out goes to Jerell, right? Because you know,
thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. You're modeling what we talk about. You said, you know what? I mean, I see what's out there. I see what's out there.
There's a lot of misguided individuals and people that are misguiding them and taking advantage of people as well.
So to translate that, there are
Yeah.
to translate that, there are some shitty fucking trainers out there. I'll say it.
Yeah, for lack of better words, yes.
I'll say it.
There are some very, very poor air quote personal trainers.
I see it every day, and so
Yeah.
that's why my shout out goes to you this week,
Yeah.
because you're inspiring me. You know, for the longest time,
Yeah.
I've talked about, like, I just get so frustrated. Like, me personally, like, I get frustrated. Like, I see
Mm-hmm.
other people doing what I know that I can do better, and it frustrates me. Like, that's why we come out and we record these episodes every week, and we try to be better and better and better every week. We try to up our quality,
Yeah.
because we see other, let's be real, like, we see other podcasts out there doing what we're doing, but way worse.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I'll be honest, dude, like, I see, like you're saying, other trainers out there, you know,
Mm-hmm.
they're doing these sessions with their clients. They're not correcting their
Yeah.
form. They're just doing everything online.
think-
Like, they're
yeah.
not even like person to person. They're just getting paid, basically.
Yeah.
Uh,
I think a lot is just that. Like I really don't like for us, like, and for me, like I don't need to do this. Like I don't have to, I didn't have to get a personal trainer certification, nutritionist certification. I didn't need to go through the basically schooling that I had to do to and take the tests and stuff to become qualified or whatever. Like I didn't have to do any of that. Like I don't need it. Like I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like so I feel like the ones that are more or less like just in it for the payday and taking advantage of people, they need it because they have no other source of income, and that's basically a source of income, and it's become to a level of that's all it is, and they don't give a crap about people.
I see it every day.
They don't give a crap about the progress or the change or just the inspiration. None of it. Like they don't actually care about any
I see it every day.
It's just I'm trying to get paid and that's it, and which is sad,
But to that point,
and,
though, like, how?
so I'm not doing it because I need to get paid. I don't need it. You know what I mean? Like I don't have to do this to survive. I'm doing just fine.
To your point, though,
with what I'm doing.
Yeah, to your point.
So it's more of a I'm trying to be another source of true help for people that actually, want to make a change and want to see, progress and get to a level of fitness that they really never thought that they could get to, and I'm also still changing myself, like I'm not done yet. Like we always say this, like we're not at our final form yet. Like we're still training ourselves. So for me it's like come and train with me, it's not, I'm not just going to train you. Like we're going to train together. Like
Yeah.
I'm going to, that's my point. Like I want people to, I want to be that source of inspiration, but also like get you to understand, like I'm still learning, I'm still growing myself. I'm going to have moments where I'm not like perfect either, and we're in it together. So
Yeah, I was going to say as well, like, so you got your trainers out there that don't give a shit, basically. They're just cashing out. But
yeah,
the people that continue to pay them and they continue to do their little session or whatever, like, how does one know when to walk away from a trainer that isn't helping them?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
are you, like, what is the pitch there? Like, how do you stand out from those to get those people to join you? Or if I were to get a certification to join me?
If you have, the way I look at it is if you are following a program, if you have someone that is supposed to be guiding you and teaching you and training you and helping you, and you're not seeing any progress, you're not feeling better, you have no improvement whatsoever, you probably need to switch it up and find someone else, because that person may or may not know what the heck they're doing, or they're just trying to cash out. Like, and you can do your research. There's a lot of different trainers out there. There's a lot of different programs out there you can follow. You can see price wise, if you're concerned with that, you know what I mean? Like, to be like, oh, okay, like this is way too much, or this is, this is good, or this is bad. Like, there's ways to figure it out, especially nowadays with technology. Like, technology that we have now is out of control. My first freaking programs that I jumped on way back in the day was like P90X and Insanity, and that was all like DVDs. That was essentially like my first like push into the fitness world, like years ago when that stuff came out. And nowadays it's all available. Like, everything's available. You can find something that works for you. But like, yeah, that's the thing for me. Like, if I had done back in the day, if I had done P90X, or if I had done Insanity and I saw 0 results, then I would have been like, oh, F this stuff. Like, this is worthless. This program sucks. It didn't do anything, but it helped me like lose a crap ton of weight when I was at my heaviest. And so I think that's the way you got to look at it. Like, if you're spending tons of money on someone, a trainer, and you're doing everything that they're telling you to do, that's the thing. It's a trust thing too. Like, you obviously you trust this person because you feel for whatever reason that this person they know what they're talking about. But if you don't see any changes after trusting, it's like, it's like you've just been lied to this whole time,
And also,
that's how it feels to me.
And also, like, nothing works unless you do, right? So
yeah, you have to put in the work. But what I'm saying is, if you are doing everything that this person is telling you to do, you obviously you're putting your trust in this person. And if nothing works, and you're doing everything you're supposed to do, but yet you're seeing 0 results, you're seeing 0 improvement, you're seeing 0 change, and you're just dumping money into this person's pocket, like,
it's time to reconsider.
It's a scam.
Yeah, it's time to consider. So
it's called a scam.
Yeah. So I just want to say, like, that's cool. And
thank you.
Yeah. And you know what? Maybe I'll finally get my certification too. And you know what?
Yeah.
Maybe, just maybe, we'll just fucking add this to the list of shit.
Of accomplishments,
like,
life
and that's what, like, that's like the vibe though, dude. Like, it's just like, that's what we're all about. Like, that is just how it is. We see what's being done, and we say, you know what? Let me just go ahead and do it my damn self. Like, let me just, like, dude, you made a movie. Not to turn this into the Jerell hour, but like, dude, that's just what we do. Like, you know that you can do this. Like, why not? You know what? We know that we can, and it's on a whim. Like, we just do it. Like, I think we could do a photo shoot. Let's just do it. I think we could print T-shirts. Let's just do it. I think we could do merchandise drops. Let's just do it. Like, that's just how it is. So anyway.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. What else is on your mind? What else do you got this week on the fitness, mental health, gain side? Is there anything else eating at you this week? Like, how are you? How are you?
She-Hulk.
We'll get to She-Hulk. We're getting to She-Hulk. Do not.
That's what's eating at me.
Do not pause
That's
this
what's
episode.
eating
We're
at
gonna
me.
get there. Yeah, I don't know, man. I just, this week, I just feel so. There's a change in the season coming, right? So there's a change coming in the air. Like, we're almost to 2023, and
Crazy.
we've grown in so many ways. You continue to grow in your ways. I continue to go through my stuff and grow in my ways. And like, I feel that things are going to change. and I feel that more people are going to catch on to what we're doing, and I can't wait. I
Yeah,
think
it's
people
exciting.
are they're going to see the merchandise that we have in store. They're going to see that we haven't quit. Like, they're still
Yeah.
going. 2 years in, they're
Hmm.
still
There is no tomorrow.
like. I'm just excited.
There is no tomorrow.
I'm excited to see what people will see come out of us.
Hmm.
We got
For sure. For sure.
we got a few things that we're going to be working on for season 7,
Halloween is
and
coming
I'm just excited, dude.
soon.
It's just like it's just
Yeah.
it's a change in good things to
Hmm.
come.
Yeah.
Switching
Those
gears.
vibes.
Switching gears.
Switching
All right. So
gears.
this week, what would you like to talk about?
Oh, video games. You know what? I'm not gonna apologize, but I but I will mention I did see the new Sonic Frontiers trailer, and it looks all right. Looks like they might have fixed the snooze fest factor that they had going on previously on the previous gameplay version of it or whatever, where it just looked terrible. Like I mean, visually it looks great, but it just looked like it was going to be a boring game, like for real. Just like, oh my gosh. And the new trailer, I don't know if they pulled a fast one on us like they did with the Sonic movie, where they had, ugly Sonic at first, and then they fixed it, and then had the, I don't know if it was that type of situation where it's like, let's just show them this boring freaking nonsense.
Let's piss everyone off
and
first.
then yeah, let's piss everyone off first, and then now we'll reveal the full game when all the actual cool stuff that's actually in the game. So yeah, hopefully it turns out okay. I think the way it looks from the new trailer, though, it looks pretty solid now. Now
Yeah.
that it's not just like Breath of the Wild, but Sonic.
I mean, I'm gonna be honest, dude. Like, I'm okay with that. You have not.
It looked,
Have you
dude. It
even
looked
fucking?
so boring though. Like originally, you can't tell me like it didn't look. It looked so repetitive and just like snooze fest, and like nothing was happening, and it was just like, dude, this is not what I signed up. This was not what I would want. Like it's like the same little characters that you're fighting, and it's just like,
Well, everything
the
was just so
same,
barren.
like
Like, the
setting.
world was
Yeah,
so
like that was it. The world just
empty.
seemed too empty. Yeah, like it's like there's not enough going on here. And but with the new trailer, it's like, oh, okay, now this is what I'm talking about. Running through the city and doing all this, like that was cool.
Okay, so
So we'll see.
I'm gonna
We'll see
try.
how
All right, I'm gonna try to stay casual on this thought. But, dude,
of Sonic.
yeah, like I don't know how
Okay.
many people know how deep my like nerdism,
Your love
my
for
love
Sonic.
goes. But, like,
Mm.
dude, I don't know if you played Sonic Adventure like way back in the day. Like, did you even?
I don't remember
Okay,
as much stuff as you remember.
well,
Like, I
am a massive Sonic
so what's
enjoyer,
the
and to me, nothing will ever capture the magic of Sonic Adventure. Like, nothing.
yeah.
Over the years, like, the quality of these Sonic games has just like it's been known to be like shit.
Meh.
And the only
Yeah.
time it's
Meh.
good is when they go back to like the old school stuff, which is like the side scrolling like
Yeah.
shit.
Gameplay.
Yeah, like Sonic Mania. I don't know if you ever played that. Did you play that? It was incredible, right? Because it was
Yeah.
exactly the same as like the old stuff.
Yeah.
So Sega's issue with Sonic is they Sonic isn't like meant to be in these open worlds. And they're having such a hard time figuring that out. It's almost like the DC shit. Like, DC just can't get it together with anything.
Yeah.
Like, it's like the fans are telling them exactly what they want, and the fans are saying like, please Like, do it this way.
Batman Beyond.
Batman, just please give us Batman Beyond. Like, please, they're begging, and it's like, no, we're not.
Right.
No. It's, you know, I think of like the whole thing with like Lord of the Rings, where Elrond's like, cast it in the fire, and then he's like,
and he holds on to it.
It's like, please just make a good Sonic game. No.
This one seems promising, but I mean, we'll see. I guess
we will see.
I don't know.
I'll tell you what.
We'll see.
I'll tell you what's promising. I will tell you what's promising. I don't know.
Oh, okay. What's okay? Don't even trip, dog, because they got Morty in Multiversus now. Oh, geez, Milo, don't even trip, dog. Morty, they put Morty randomly out of nowhere, dropped Morty from Rick and Morty in the new Multiversus game. And he's good, man. He's cool. Like, I like him. He's pretty solid. I think he's a bruiser.
He's a bruiser. Little Morty's a bruiser.
I think so.
What
yeah.
are his attacks?
I think he's. Dude, he has quite a bit. Like, he has some really cool stuff. So and it's funny because there's a lot of odes to the show. So it's really neat. Like, if you don't watch the show, it would be like, what is happening? What is he holding? Like, he pulls out a plumbus at one point, and he's like running around with that, and he swings his fist, and he's got the big giant arm from the freaking. I think he's. Oh,
you even got like the Rick and Morty. Like, you came like.
Yeah, he's like got that.
Oh, I've seen the arm.
Big arm. Yeah.
Can you stand up and explain?
Like apocalypse episode.
So I'm not like the biggest Rick and Morty person.
Yeah.
Like,
okay.
What the fuck is this show, dude? Like.
Well, first of all, I feel very sad for you that you do not watch Rick and Morty.
I will say,
you know nothing about the amazing sci-fi comedy type of show that it is. It's basically it's like a sci-fi show. That's the best way.
But it's very like tongue in cheek. It's very
wild. Like, this shit is wild, dude. It's really good. I'm just gonna put it that way. It's really good. It's not for little kids. If you're into sci-fi and you're into comedy, and then you'll enjoy it.
Okay.
Like,
well,
it's fucking funny, dude.
I will say,
I don't really know how to like break down Rick and Morty for you to get you to be interested in watching it. You just need to watch
the little bit that I have seen, like, fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
Like,
you just,
like
yeah.
this is like so like graphic and like inappropriate,
yeah.
and the little bit that I have seen, but like we all have seen like Pickle Rick, and like we've all seen like all the like stupid stuff that like everybody knows about the show. So like all these like references are like going over my head. I'll tell you what references are not going over my head.
Oh,
Gizmo from Gremlins.
Oh, that's right. We called it.
We are the official Multiversus podcast.
Put the stamp on that one.
Your leading show about Multiversus characters. Yeah, dude. So the DLC, I guess, downloadable reveal, whatever. The trailer dropped.
Yeah.
So this is hilarious, dude, because like Spike isn't even out yet, or Stripe isn't even out yet.
No,
sorry, Stripe is not even out yet.
Yeah, Stripe's not out. Black Adam's not out. The real Black Adam's not out. Freaking. But then they dropped
this like random
Morty
trailer, like Morty's like in the house,
and then Morty's in. You can play as Morty
and now like Gizmo is coming soon. Like,
it's coming.
I wonder.
Yeah. What?
Dude, have you watched like Gremlins recently? Like all this like Gremlins talk.
I'm going to watch it soon, obviously, because of it's Halloween coming soon.
Add it to the list, dude. Like,
yeah,
I just can't believe how
I always watch it.
How good the effects are in that movie, because like
in Gremlins,
some of it is like real crappy. Like when there's like 1,000 of them like running down the street, like to the theater. Like it's like, all right, come on, come on.
Chaos.
That's like that took like the budget for that scene was like probably like $5. But like the actual like the Gremlins like hatching, it's like crazy, like crazy cool. Good, dude. Like, I don't know where I'm going with this, but I know that Gizmo will be coming soon
to Multiversus.
So if you're waiting,
it's gonna be amazing, and I can not wait.
Like, when will these drops stop? Like, how long is this game gonna last?
That's the great thing about it too, is they could literally do whatever they want, like anybody. I was told you the other day, I was watching freaking Pee-wee's Big Adventure, and I was like, man, Pee-wee would be awesome.
Oh yeah,
to have on
we're
the
Alex.
game. You know,
You're just like sending me these random.
It's Warner Brothers, like he's in the Warner Brothers studio on the movie.
Oh yeah, so, you know what,
like,
Pee Wee
like,
Herman?
Oh yeah, like I forgot that he was.
Pee-wee's Big Adventure is a one of the first to do like these like cameos from like these other things because they could, right? So like, you know what? We're in the Warner Brothers lot anyway. Fuck it, let's just put Godzilla in here. And you're like, oh my god, that's like Godzilla. And to the listeners, we're talking about Pee-wee's Big Adventure, right? So there's a scene like towards the end of the movie where like Pee-wee's like,
he's going through all the stages.
So like, who do we have in there?
Sound stages. Or
I know
whatever.
like Godzilla was like referenced.
He went through Godzilla. It was like, I don't think there's really any other like main things other than Godzilla. And then like the 1960s or 70s like shows where it was like the beach party shows,
beach party.
or they're like,
Remember those? They had Dee Snider,
like Christmas
from Twisted Sister.
Twisted Sister.
Yeah,
they had that reference in there,
dude.
Or he had him in there.
That movie was freaking like wild.
It's still great
to this day.
I still love it. Like,
but I didn't know that Pee-wee was like Warner Brothers. Also, I guess he is, right?
I would assume after watching that, because I mean they had Warner Brothers all in the movie, you know.
How about that,
Mr. Herman?
Dude, I just remember being so confused
Mr. Herman
as a kid with that scene. Like, why is like, what's his name? Charles not Charles Bronson. What's that dude's name? Josh Brolin, or no, James Brolin.
No, not Josh.
James Brolin. As Pee Wee Herman, like
PW.
Like, why? Dude, the people listening to this show are like, what is
happening? What are they talking about? If you don't know anything of what we're referring to right now, you absolutely need to just suck it up. It's hard because there's certain things that I think hit more because they're nostalgic, and Pee Wee Herman is one of those.
Like, you had to be there
for us. Like, when we were little kids, so it's like it's different. So it'd be kind of weird. Like, thinking about it now, it might be kind of weird. Like, if you had never seen the movie and you go to watch it now, you'd be like, what is this freaking acid trip like movie? Because it does start off a little.
Well, you know why it starts off so strange and it's so weird is because Tim fucking Burton directed it.
Tim Burton directed it.
And they just said, you know what, Tim? Here you go.
Do your thing.
Like, because
make it
now
great.
Let's go back in time though. Like, was Pee Wee Herman like established as a TV show already? And then like he got like his own movie? Dude, I think that's insane.
I'm pretty sure.
Okay, because think about it this way, dude. Like, nowadays, like, would that work? They're like, okay, like this like wacky like TV show character.
Well, I mean, it has
as directed by Tim, and then like the tone of it is completely different. They're like, this sucks. Like, because he totally changed.
So let's see. The show came out in 1981.
Okay, and then Pee Wee Herman came out in so he was already like a thing.
The movie came out in 85. Okay. Yeah. So 4 years into the show.
How much different is the tone?
Made a movie. Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, put yourself in that mindset. Like, it's totally different because Tim Burton, and then he went and did the same thing with Batman. Like, they're like, Batman wasn't known to be dark. He was very colorful from like the TV show, and he was kind of unused. And then Tim Burton just said, "I got this. I'm just gonna do whatever feels like right." And then he made Batman. So anyway, I digress.
Yeah, freaking the Adam West.
Adam Wee.
Yeah, Adam West one. Adam West.
Shout out to Adam West. He passed, right?
R.I.P. Yeah, I was gonna say. Oh, Milo always likes shouting out the deceased.
All right. What else we got?
Man.
All right. So,
Speaking of deceased, Kanye West.
oh, we're going there. The misadventures of Kanye West.
Oh man, that deserves its own damn freaking episode. I swear, this guy, he's at it again. I don't even know what's happening.
But what?
Like I'm confused. I'm confused this time. I don't know what's happening.
All right. So I have
He's
prepared.
on a tirade.
All right. So Kanye West is fired back up again. Now refocusing his outrage at a specific Adidas executive who's plastered all over Ye's IG page. With
Is that who that guy is?
Yeah. Okay. So here's what's happening.
There's like his face.
Yeah. We're not going to.
Okay. But he's an Adidas.
Something happened. Like,
okay.
I don't know. Like, Ye is doing
I totally
Ye
missed it, and then I just saw like Ye just like talking crap.
Dude,
like,
I have saved a few
to
comments. I don't know if I can pull them up here real quick. Because you know what Kanye will do? He'll post something like crazy, and then he'll like delete it. And you're like, what the hell? Like, so he said, all right, I'm just going to read it. You can please edit this if it's like stupid. Like, do not put this on the YouTube channel. All right.
Oh, it's everything's
my favorite post from Kanye, Mr. West. Shout out to Kanye.
West.
Sometimes I dress like it's winter when it's hot, because my outfit hot. I'm a sweat before you catch me looking regular at the BET Awards. Someone that worked at Universal asked me if I was hot. I told him, you work at Universal. Like, that is completely.
I'm a sweat.
My takeaway. Thank you. So my takeaway from that is, you will not catch me looking regular anywhere. I will sweat before I look.
Suit. Big old suits.
Now people say this anytime Ye goes on this rant, that he's in album mode or something's up.
We'll see. Yeah.
I don't know where it's going to go, but I'll tell you what, he got everybody talking again.
And you swore you would never speak that man's name again on this podcast. And here we go. God damn.
He also said,
freaking Kanye.
I guarantee you'll have to relocate before I'm legally finished with you. I believe that's a threat.
Who's he saying that to?
I don't know. Dude, I don't know what's happening. Dude, the fact is,
I don't know what's going on. He's all over the place, man. He's all over the place.
All I can say is, he also said die slow. He also said, I will say this.
He's all
I will say this
as
the mental health advocate of the show.
Yeah.
I got no words. Get help. You know what I'm saying? Like, I hope everything's all right, and I hope the people in his camp, someone is telling him, maybe no, maybe you shouldn't.
Yeah.
I'll tell you this, Jerell, if you started going all crazy,
cuckoo bananas,
putting yourself at in legal danger, I'd be like, hey man, I'd pull you aside, man, and I'd expect you to do the same.
Put me in a freaking headlock.
Hey man, we do it. You fuck up the brand. So yeah.
Oh, you know who didn't muck up that brand? DJ Khaled.
Oh, shout out.
We the best.
Shout out to
DJ Khaled. Shout out.
Now, what is DJ Khaled's real
name?
Because I know it ain't DJ Khaled. I know it ain't.
I don't know.
All right. We'll fact check
it
it
later.
later.
That might be it might be one to look up.
DJ Khaled.
God, dude. Khaled Mohammed.
Okay.
That's it?
That's it? All right. Well, shout out to
very simple
to DJ Khaled. He did it again.
Yeah. Khaled Mohammed Khaled. Or maybe just Khaled Mohammed. I don't know.
You know what?
No, yeah, that is Khaled Mohammed Khaled.
All right. So DJ Khaled doesn't give a fuck what you think about him. He knows that you're laughing. He knows. He knows everyone's laughing at him. He knows he's a meme.
Sometimes, yeah.
He knows that everyone's, like they don't take him. I don't know why people don't take him seriously. I got my thoughts, but I think it's his appearance. I think it's just, he's just kind of like a, people don't take him seriously, right? We won't go there. You can say it, I won't.
Yeah.
But
No, I'm not gonna say anything.
But I mean,
but I know
you get what I'm
yeah,
going.
yeah. I know you're. Yeah.
But then he's like, no, all right, you can keep laughing. You go ahead. You had your chance.
Oh yeah.
You know what? We're gonna be over here doing what we do. And so he got hove.
He just kept pushing forward. He did what we talk about all the time ourselves. It just keep moving forward, keep progressing. Screw what anyone thinks or says.
If you want to roll with us, and if you want to support us,
dude,
it's going to benefit. It's going to pay off. Like, just roll with us, and you'll see.
And he did exactly that. He said, "F it. I don't care if y'all hated my last album, whatever. Here's another one. Here's Jay-Z, freaking rapping 80 bars. Like, good Lord. Yeah, just
now
chef's kiss." Shout out DJ Khaled. Good job on your new album. It was it's nice.
Now,
it's nice.
Anyone who knows anything about hip hop knows that Jay-Z is past the point of legend. Like,
he doesn't need to prove anything to anyone.
He doesn't have to do shit. But he said,
but he just
fuck
had
it.
He said, I got to remind everyone real quick.
And he dropped.
I got to remind everyone. It was like 80 bars, dude, bro. It's crazy.
After that.
And the craziest thing is that he doesn't write his freaking lyrics down. So it's just like, could you imagine being in the booth or being in the recording studio while he was rapping?
Oh, dude, I struggle.
80 bar, like what?
Yeah.
Like the track would end. Like, how do you you got to hurry up and keep piecing it together and looping it, like, so he could keep rapping, like, because you have to understand when you're recording,
you're only given so much time.
The music, like, well, I mean, like, you track, already have on your computer, you have whatever the track is, the length of it, and it's playing. It had to have been, the
engineer
it had
in
to
the
have
back
been over.
Copying
it. Crap. Keep it going. Khaled's like, don't you let this music stop. Like, could you imagine? Like, how do you even do that?
Jay did.
Because it didn't sound, obviously, it doesn't seem like he stops at any point. Like, he just went in.
And it wasn't even like the most, in my opinion, I don't know how many, like, hip hop enthusiasts are listening to us, but, like, the lyrics weren't the most, like, complex, like, lyrics, but it was just straight facts. It was like, you know what?
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't like crazy wordplay. It wasn't like, but it was just like, just you know what? Like, you said.
The funny thing is,
gotta remind them,
is Rick Ross was on it and Lil Wayne's on it as well, right? Rick Ross had his verse was amazing,
as always.
Lil Wayne got on there, and his verse was amazing. And then freaking Jay gets on there, and it's like, what is happening? like, did Lil Wayne and Rick Ross even know that he was gonna just get on there and do this? Like, he just went, just nonstop, just kept going. I even stopped. I was like, pulled up the song. I'm like, how long is this song?
It just kept going.
Like, looking at it, like, he's still going.
And then, like, how do you follow that? Like,
wow.
I don't even know if I want to talk about, like, the rest of the album, because, to be honest with you, it just, like, you got,
the rest is all right, but it's really hard to follow up after that.
You got a song,
staying alive.
All right. Well,
staying alive. Like,
I actually did like that a lot.
Yeah.
That was Drake. For those who don't,
it's Drake.
No,
yeah, it's Drake.
There's a song on there.
That was the first. Funny enough, that was the first single before this album even came out. That song came out before the album dropped, and I didn't even know he was coming out with an album. I just had heard.
Dude, I saw the track
song,
list.
I was just like,
and I'm like looking through it. And I'm like, Kanye.
So
West,
many people. Yeah.
Produced by Dr. Dre. Can we talk about the stupid Dr. Dre song. Like, I
Well,
didn't.
I mean, they didn't even use a new song.
For it. like I
You
told
didn't care for it until you listened to it in the gym, and then you're like,
Alright,
oh, okay, like this is a nice little gym beat.
It make-
Like this is good for lifting. But yeah, as its own song, it's like it's aight.
But I mean, if you would have
Like-
told me like 15 years ago, like, hey man, imagine this, a song produced by Dr. freaking Dre. You got Eminem on there, which Eminem back then was good. Now,
Yeah.
I don't really, and then Kanye, which I mean, anything he does, we usually fuck with. But,
Yeah.
I
I know.
like the original better.
Mm-hmm.
Tell you what else I like. I'll
What?
tell you what else I like.
What do you like?
No, I'm not as good as these transitions as you.
I'm waiting for it.
I don't know where to go with this, dude.
She-Hulk?
She-Hulk. I'm going in.
Oh, She-Hulk. So I'm guessing you haven't watched any of it yet. Still.
I've seen enough. I've watched enough.
Okay, so I watched. All right, so we talked about She-Hulk last time a little bit, but you didn't want me to spoil anything, or I didn't really get to talk about it much, right? So I kind of just at least want to mention. All right, so the first episode, and I found out a few other things too, like so it kind of helps to make sense of certain things. But my biggest, like one of my big gripes initially was the breaking of the fourth wall. If you don't understand what that means, it's in a movie or a show or whatever when the character in the scene turns to the camera and then starts talking to the audience and then comes back and then goes back into the scene. Yeah, and so it's like it works sometimes. Deadpool does it a lot. But I found out apparently in the She-Hulk comics, she also does that as well. So I didn't know that. So watching the show, it fucking threw me off, and I was like, what the hell? And I was kind of upset initially because I was like, well, that was dumb. Like, because they really did it pretty early on. And so the breaking of the fourth wall kind of bugged me. And then the first episode, I'm just going to go in with a little bit of the spoilers. I'm sorry. We need to discuss this. It's already on episode 3. First episode, she gets her powers, right? She gets her powers accidentally from her cousin Bruce Banner, who is the Hulk. And so now she's She-Hulk. She's a female version of the Hulk, but she doesn't. She's obviously new to her powers. So Bruce naturally he's now this new, kinder, gentler version of the Hulk or whatever. He's the smart Hulk guy. He's always the Hulk, but he's anyway. He's trying to help her, right? And she's basically like, "F you, I don't need your help." And he's like, "Dude, like I'm trying to like guide you and help you," and she's like, "Nah, peace out. Like I don't need your help. F you, dude." So it kind of like bugged me initially because the way they did it was like I'm a woman. I don't need your help. I don't need a man's help. Like, and it was like, geesh, man. Like, that's okay. Like, it seemed unnecessary, but it was like, all right, whatever. And they did a lot of that in the first episode where it was like they had this a-hole man character and like he just being a total douche to her because she's a woman, and it was just like a lot of that type of stuff. We're just like, dude, like, are there this many like guys in the world that women are dealing with to where they need to put it on display for a show? I don't know. Anyway, that's how it felt. It was like very like, I hate men. She-Hulk. First episode, right? So second episode comes around, and she gets fired from her job because she turned into She-Hulk in the courtroom because some lady busted into the courtroom and she had to beat her up or whatever. I don't know. Anyway, I know Milo's over here falling asleep. This is very exciting for him to listen to. She gets fired from her job because she turned into She-Hulk. So then she doesn't have a job. She just wants to be a lawyer. I don't want to be She-Hulk. She didn't even name herself. Some other person named her She-Hulk. She found it very demeaning. She doesn't want to be She-Hulk. She just wants to be a lawyer. Then she gets offered a job by a man, and she accepts it. So it kind of threw it off from the first episode because it was like, oh, I thought she didn't need help from men. Blah, blah, blah. Anyway, she gets a job, but he only wants her to work there because he wants her to be She-Hulk, like as a lawyer, though, like in the courtroom.
Hold up.
Right? Yeah.
Pause.
Okay.
Like she's fucking 7'5" and green, and like fucking 500 pounds. Like, isn't she She-Hulk everywhere? She doesn't like.
No.
Does she change down?
So that's the thing. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. She, unlike Bruce, actually can control her
Because every
power. She can control her powers better.
okay.
Than
Because
Bruce.
every shot I've seen of her, she's like green
She's
and
She-Hulk.
She-Hulk. Okay.
Yeah.
So,
She can switch back and forth. So she doesn't want to be She-Hulk. She wants to be Jen, just the lawyer. Screw She-Hulk, doesn't want to be She-Hulk. Well, she's forced to essentially save everyone in this courtroom at the end of the first episode and turn into She-Hulk. And then that just set the tone for the rest. And everyone's like, oh, crap. Like, She-Hulk, you know? And so she's dubbed She-Hulk. She hates the name, but she's like, whatever.
cut to episode
Goes with
3.
Not yet. So she gets hired on. Episode 2 is good. Episode 2 was actually good. Like, I was like, oh, okay. Like, they didn't have any of the I hate men BS. Like, it was just like a normal episode, and it was cool because it was like, all right, like she's kind of sort of accepting, you know, the fact that she's She-Hulk. She's She-Hulk in the courtroom. She's blah, 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 blah. Fast forward to the third episode. Now she is, or at the end of the second episode, she's supposed to represent Emil Blonsky, the Abomination, in his parole hearing board or whatever, to get him so he can be released, right? So she's representing him, but she has this conflict of interest because him and Bruce and their history, and so she doesn't want to take on the job, but her boss is like, take it on or you're fired. So she's like, whatever, I'll take it. So she takes the job. Goes to episode 3.
Shaking her ass.
Episode 3 is basically not yet. Basically
shaking her ass.
Episode 3 is episode 3 it turned into a very the show. It was like episode 1 was episode 2 good, episode 3 what is happening. Like, that's basically what's going on so far. Like, episode 3 went so far off to where you're like, what is happening with this show? Like, is this, I'm confused because I'm like, they started it off with this whole like this tone that they were setting, and then it changed into like slapstick goofball show on the third episode where it's like what, where are we going with this? Like, is this show, like, I think if they had initially started it off and it was like, because it kept getting compared to Deadpool in a way that, like, the comedic factor, right? You know how Deadpool is, he's funny and he has this comedic aspect of how he his character is. Well, they were initially set it up to where, like, she is essentially, her show was supposed to be kind of like that, like where it's just like wild and entertaining and funny and blah 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 blah. But then it's just the way it started off in the first episode, and it just set this weird tone, and then it almost feels like it's trying to like fix itself. But this third episode went so far off where it was like, what the hell is happening? Because there's like multiple stories in this one. It was like, she still doesn't want to be She-Hulk. She just wants to be a regular lawyer. She wants to be anonymous. She doesn't want anybody to know who she is, but she's fucking She-Hulk. It's like, you're She-Hulk. I'm sorry. Like, you have powers now. Like, it is what it is. But she doesn't want it. Well, she she defends Emil Blonsky in prison. Does this whole, she gets, Wong is in the episode as a cameo. He comes in and basically says, yeah, I'm the one who took him to go fight in the Kumite or whatever, blah blah blah. Like, and so long story short, they release him. But the whole twerking Megan Thee Stallion stuff, so that was weird because that was like a whole separate story within the episode. So there's one lawyer character and another DA character that was representing this lawyer who got defrauded by a Asgardian elf lady or whatever, shapeshifter. It's like an Asgardian shapeshifter lady that shapeshifted into Megan Thee Stallion, and so the lawyer thought he was, and she defrauded the lawyer. So the lawyer thought he was dating the actual Megan Thine Stallion. He thought he was dating Megan Thee Stallion, but it was this old weird shapeshifter lady, and she was like really slapstick and goofy and weird, and kept shapeshifting into random people to like. It was a really odd episode. And then like at the end of the trial or the court hearing or whatever, the shapeshifter lady gets denied her motion and then has to go to jail or something. And then the real Megan Thee Stallion just happens to be in the courtroom now.
That's right. There's only one Megan Thee Stallion.
And she's like, yeah, that's right. Blah, blah, blah. And it was like, what?
This sounds
like, what is
fucking
happening?
Terrible.
Dude, I'm telling you, it was like
fucking
the
stupid.
third episode just was like, what the fuck is happening with this show? And the most frustrating part, not frustrating, but like confusing part, right, is so this She-Hulk Jen character wants to be taken serious. She wants to be just a lawyer. She doesn't want like to be looked at a certain way. She was professional, blah blah blah. This whole bit, right? She's just like, there's this tone that's being pushed. But then at the very end of the freaking episode, she's for whatever reason now signing Megan Thee Stallion on as a client, or she's signing on as a client for whatever reason. They don't explain it. It's just like, all right, just sign here, sign here, sign here. And then Jen in She-Hulk form, Jen just starts twerking and dancing with Megan Thee Stallion.
Which everyone has seen this stupid
like,
scene
in the workplace. Like, you're in your office at work,
in your little
where you're wanting
lawyer
to be
suit
looked at like
shaking your ass
as a professional.
I need to go in,
and I'm just like, what is
I
happening
need to go in on this
with this show?
Dude,
like, I'm just
first of all,
it just doesn't make sense because it's like there's very conflicting like tones that are being thrown out there.
I'm going in.
That I'm just like, I don't understand. Like,
I'm going in. First of all,
what is the point?
First of all,
like,
I'm going in.
You can't go serious and then be like,
I'm going in. First of all, so thank you, Jerell, for that report on fucking She-Hulk.
Yeah, sorry that was very
thank
long.
You
I
for,
tried to shorten it as much as I can. It was 3 episodes.
Thank you for watching this so that we don't have to. Because
I'm gonna watch it, like, but I just like
we will never like anyone. Dude. I don't know how you sit through this. I don't.
Yeah.
I have an article. Okay, so I'm going in. I have an article that says She-Hulk twerk scene is dividing the internet. Let's go. The new Disney Plus series She-Hulk Attorney at Law has been expanding the Marvel Cinematic Universe in some very interesting ways. Tony Stark died for this shit. All right? He died for this. Now it's
is that
latest.
Part of the article,
no,
or are you saying that?
Now its latest cameo and appearance from real-world celebrity Megan Thee Stallion has fans all across the internet talking. While her inclusion is an already shocking one, it's made even more shocking that twerking was included. Yes, fans get a good look at superhero She-Hulk as she indulges in some twerking alongside Megan.
Indulges.
I'm done with this article. Who the hell is defending this?
Yeah,
Who?
I mean,
How is the internet
it's really
divided over this? Who
yeah,
is
it's
saying,
really,
"Oh, it's no big deal"? Oh, you just don't like. You're just suppressing.
I guess it's
Like, who the
yeah,
hell is
it's
okay
just-
with this?
It's just
And if you
confusing to
complain,
me
and if you don't like it,
because of the
I'm tired of this.
Yeah.
And if you don't like it, you're the problem. Like the same bullshit was said
Yeah.
about so many fucking shows. The same bullshit was said about fucking Star Wars. Oh, if you don't like fucking what's the chick's name? Fucking Reva, then it's like it's you. Like no,
Oh,
maybe the show
you're
just fucking
racist.
sucks.
It's like
Maybe the
no.
show sucks.
There's certain characters that don't quite work out.
Fucking
and,
Resident Evil.
can't blame
Did
it
you see
on-
the clip of fucking Resident Netflix bullshit?
Baby, but look at where I ended up. If you wanna believe that.
It was
That
that was you said it got canceled.
it was
didn't
canceled because it
something?
sucked.
Yeah.
But like,
Yeah.
people are fucking defending this trash, and then they blame it on you. Like, dude, I'm sorry, but like, I think this is fucking stupid. I think this, like, where the hell is fucking Marvel going?
Yeah,
Like-
that's what I'm trying to say. Like this episode had like it made so little sense, and it was so confusing and weird and slapstick and just kind of like it just threw off the entire vibe and the tone that the show initially set, and then they had that crap at the end, and it was just like
But the
it just
argument, though,
seemed
the argument was like, well,
Like,
why are
what
you
is
so
the point?
upset? Because it's like a post-credit scene. It like doesn't even matter. It matters. It's adding to a story.
Yeah.
Oh well, it's just why are you like why are you guys like so upset about it? It's just a post-credit scene. Like it just doesn't even matter. Like just let her like shake her ass.
Why did they
like?
why did they put it
I'm
in?
tired.
It's just weird.
I'm tired.
It's a very weird scene and seems very meaningless.
And the whole thing, I'm gonna
to be
say it.
honest.
I'm gonna say it.
Like it just seems very
I'm gonna say it.
meaningless.
People that are defending this scene, that oh well, it's because like men that like can't get like laid, and you're just like you're upset. Like, dude, no, it's not about
No,
that.
you're setting a you have to understand
Like, I'm
the
not-
way I look at certain things is especially with stuff like this, like children are watching.
Dude, I
this,
have
right?
2 daughters. 2.
Yeah, children are watching.
Like, I don't
this,
want my little
and
girl.
My kids haven't seen. I haven't shown. My
Yeah,
boys
you're
haven't
terrified
seen
to
it.
show anything Disney to your
I don't
kids
want-
nowadays.
I don't want my kids like
Absorbing
my
this
kids don't need
nonsense.
well, my kids don't need to
don't-
see like twerking videos. Period.
Give them
What-
time. They're
and
gonna
to have
see it on their own. Dude.
Yeah, they're gonna
Like,
see it
gonna-
eventually, but like they're still kids. I want them to be
Like, why the
kids for
fuck
as long as they can be kids.
Do I want my child like seeing this nonsense? I'm sorry, I'm gonna fucking
Yeah.
say it because nobody else does.
It's not setting
It's
the
not
best
for me.
example
How about that? You know what?
for-
In the
yeah.
most respectful fucking way,
Yeah,
it's not for me. I think it's fucking stupid. I think whoever fucking approves of this shit.
I definitely felt like that ending twerking stuff.
pointless.
Is
It's pointless. It doesn't.
Well,
it's
it's
contradicts the whole fucking premise of her character.
it's
not appropriate.
inappropriate for children.
That is a
you have
very
a show, that's a very simple thing. You have a show on
how
Disney
dare you?
Plus. You have a
How
show
dare
on
you,
Disney
Jerell?
where it's showing a character twerking.
That's-
It's showing a female character twerking.
No.
Multiple female characters.
No,
twerking.
Jerell, you're the
You have
problem.
Megan Thee Stallion.
You're the problem.
And you have She-Hulk twerking.
That's your fault. If you don't like it,
Disney.
if you don't like it, Jerell, it's your fault. You're
When's the first time you've ever seen a Disney show character twerk? shake their ass. When?
Never.
Ever.
Well, now I have. Yesterday.
That's what I'm saying.
Dude,
like, that's what I'm saying. That shit's inappropriate. It's not
It's
for
not.
children.
It's
It's not for kids,
It's
man.
just
Like,
not
it's not
fucking
setting a good
necessary.
example
Like,
of-
what the fuck are we
Yeah.
doing here?
it's
Like,
yeah.
it's the whole
It's
shit.
definitely meaningless.
it's
It's,
the whole-
it's not necessary.
It's the whole shit.
And it's not for kids.
It's not for me.
Like,
All right, you know what?
That's the
Like, what is the? What are
making
we
it-
do?
yeah.
Like,
What's
what are
the
we
point?
trying to?
Like, why are we? What are
You
we?
can't. But that's what I'm saying. So you're the problem, Jerell. Look at me.
No, absolutely not.
Fourth
I'm
wall
not
this shit.
the problem in any way, shape, or form. There's certain things that are okay, and there's certain things that are not okay. Period. And in my opinion, it's for the kids. Like, that's it. Like, that's like, as adults, this doesn't bother me at all. Like, as an adult.
You know what's for
As an
adults?
adult and other adults watching this doesn't bother me. But the fact that children can see this, or that are seeing this, that's
It's the.
what
You know what it
bothers
is?
me,
It's
'cause
the
like,
sneakiness of it that I don't like. It's the. You know, like, it's the peppering it in.
I get that my kids are gonna see stuff eventually as they get older. They're gonna grow and mature and go through puberty and all that. Like, I get it, but like, pushing that type of content or more adult.
It's in. You said
geared
it simply,
type of
dude. It's
content
inappropriate.
in children's.
It's not cool.
It's just
Like, it's just not-
inappropriate. Yeah. It's-
And you know what?
it's
And
not
you're
appropriate for
entitled
children.
to
That's
feel
it.
that way.
That's literally it.
You're entitled to be this way. But
Yeah.
the,
There's just certain things that
but
are
the fact that there's this
appropriate for
fucking
kids and certain
article
things that are not.
written, oh, it's
Yeah.
dividing the internet. Like, no, motherfucker, it sucks. Next point.
Yeah. Yeah. So I don't know.
Maybe-
Obviously, I'm still gonna keep watching She-Hulk because it's interesting enough to me to see where they're gonna go with this story. But there's still stuff like that. Just like, what? Like, why? Like, there's
I'll tell you what.
And obviously, my kids aren't watching the show with me, so I mean,
You
I'm not particularly
toxic-
concerned. But I definitely
You are
it's
the
inappropriate.
toxic
There's
mother
some inappropriate
of the
stuff,
week
man.
for your thoughts. How dare you? How dare you not
Yeah, no.
go along with this? You know what? We'll be the toxic motherfuckers of the week. How about that?
I'm yeah.
My
I
pick
will still
was-
stand on my hill and defend my position. Like,
I agree with you
it is what
completely.
it
I mean,
is.
it's pretty
Like,
obvious where I
you
stand on this
can't-
one. I mean, come on, let's
Yeah.
be real. Like,
Yeah.
and you know what?
You can't tell me it's not a. You can't tell me that having essentially a comic book cartoon character shaking their
You know what?
ass is appropriate.
It's no big deal. Come
for
on, man. It's no big
children.
deal. Just let her do it. It's no big
It's
deal.
just the same. It's just the same. I look at it with like the gory, violent stuff. It's the same thing. That's not appropriate for kids either. Like, and I'm not gonna let my kids sit and watch that stuff. Like,
You know what? The Batman was like rated R, right? What
Dude, my kids.
They haven't seen it yet.
My kids did not watch that. Nope. They asked me to see it.
No.
And I'm like, absolutely not. Like, there's so much stuff in that
It's
movie.
like so dark.
And I'm like,
But it's like
Absolutely
just
not.
let it be what it is, and like
Yeah.
stop trying to like
there's certain
market
things that are for
it
kids,
on,
certain
like,
things
Disney.
that are for adults. Like, and that's what I don't understand.
Well, that's
Like,
not very.
At
That's
what
not
point did everything become
just like
appropriate
okay.
for everyone? Like, it's not. Like, that's all it is. Let the kids be kids. When they become adults,
Let
they
them. You want to fucking.
shake their ass.
You want to go
then
listen
by
to
all
Yin Yang
means.
Twins?
Yeah. Whoa! He said, man, you fine. Get low. You want to get low?
Get low after
By
you
all
get
means,
out
get
of my
low.
house. And when you're
no
fucking
longer a
not my legal
child.
problem.
Yeah.
Switching gears.
Yeah, where do we switch gear?
Where do we go from this?
there?
So first of all, like,
don't
you
even
know,
know.
cancel me if you want, but like, I'm gonna stand my fucking ground on this. Switching gears. And now, do you want to talk about this fucking black hole before we go into this? Before we go into the black hole of like
Oh
shenanigans?
no, I totally forgot about it. I figured we already went in. We just went into a whole black hole right now. that whole discussion.
NASA. All right, so check it out. NASA captured the sound from a black hole, and it's super eerie. Let's go. NASA has released a haunting audio clip of sound waves rippling out of a supermassive black hole located 250 million light years away. This is hell.
Creepy.
This is hell. I'll tell you what,
Yeah.
Ready Player Lift listeners, if you want to hear what hell sounds like, if you want to hear where we're all going, if we keep supporting this fucking She-Hulk ass-shaking shit, then go ahead and go to YouTube.
A black hole.
Listen to the sound of the black hole. That is the sound of hell.
Mm-hmm.
We're all
Dude. Crazy.
we're all getting sucked in.
Crazy.
I don't really know where we're going with this, but I want to just say that to line up with the Halloween shenanigans and hoopla that we're about to do, it's pretty fucking terrifying. If you want to listen to it, go ahead, check it out. It's
yeah.
like, how did they even get this like sound? How did?
Yeah, I think there's like a new satellite or something, or new not satellite, new telescope or something. If I remember correctly,
I'm sure they explain it. The sound waves were extracted radially or outwards from the supermassive black hole at the center of the Perseus cluster and played in an anti-clockwise direction from the center. No idea what that means. So that we can hear the sounds in all directions from the super black hole. Yeah, so basically they just like pointed like a fucking satellite into the void of fucking nothing, and we got the
That's
sound.
nuts.
I'm not too sure what that has to do with video games and working out. but there you go, highlight of the week. If you want to know what that's like. What else we got? Brian Shaw.
Yeah.
I want to go down the road.
All right,
Brian
go for
Shaw leg presses a car.
Dude.
Now
Like
if you
what?
don't know who Brian Shaw is, even if you Google him, you will not.
Strongest man alive.
I'll tell you this. So Brian Shaw,
Yeah.
the scale of this
we
man
saw him in person.
does not do
Yeah.
justice. Like-
Yeah, seeing him on photos and stuff does not do justice.
We have
like,
seen this man.
to
in
person,
person.
seeing holy
like,
hell. I've never seen a larger individual in my entire life. Like this guy is huge. He's massive individual.
Like,
he's so freaking tall.
Big.
So big. Like, dude.
Shout out to
it's
Brian
wild.
Shaw. 4-time world's
Yeah.
strongest man is adding a layer to the legacy by debuting the first ever car leg press. So this man, I showed you the video.
Not one time either. It was like
He was doing, like,
didn't
for
he do
reps.
it, like, yeah. What on earth?
We'll add the video.
How'd they put a car?
Like, how did
how'd
they?
they put a car on the leg press machine?
I'm like, oh, this is how he dies.
like,
what if it like?
yeah. We're about to see him die right now.
I don't think he would. I think if it fell
Yeah,
on him,
dude.
he'd probably live. He'd be all right.
He'd be like a friggin' cartoon character. He just
It would wind him a little,
He stands up and he's like holding
and
it.
he's like spinning it. Throws it into the. Dude, he is a massive hulking. He should have been the Hulk.
yeah. That guy's it's crazy.
All right, what else we got? House of the Dragon.
Again. Oh, it's what'd you put on there?
House of the Dragon.
Why else? Yeah. Why else do you think I came all this way?
What are your thoughts so far?
I am excited. I'm very excited for tonight's episode. Today's Sunday, by the way, so I'm very excited for the episode that comes out today because it looks like it's going to be very action-packed and some wild stuff is going to happen for sure. But dude, they have captured my heart with this show already, and it's just exactly like how when you first watch Game of Thrones for the very first time and how you just get completely sucked into this world and captivated. It has that exact feel to it so far. And it's only 2 episodes in. You know?
House of the Dragon has political intrigue. There's great dialogue. There's nods to the older seasons, so they pepper in some little references. There's a lot of like this. The CGI is like fantastic. Like there's dragons.
Yeah.
There's underlying. You know what I think they're doing? I think there's a lot of things that they're placing in these early episodes, where like if you go back and watch it, like, oh yeah, that's what he was doing, or oh, they were setting that up.
Wow.
Like it's going to be one of those where like you go back and like you rewatch the show, and you're like, oh, I knew it. This character was totally like setting this up. You know what I mean? And how about I always forget his name, the character Damon, the actor that plays as Damon, the king's brother.
I don't know the actor's name.
The king's brother, Damon.
Yeah. Damon.
How about him as an actor, as a character? Like,
I don't know him as an actor.
well, he was
What else is he
Doctor
in?
Who. I don't know if you watched Doctor
Okay.
Who.
I never watched the
weird
show. I know he looked familiar. I just couldn't.
He's a great actor. I forget his name. We'll have to fact check it later.
Yeah.
But like, dude, I'm bought. I'm sold.
I like
I'm
him.
in.
Yeah.
I'm here for it.
Yeah,
and you know what? There's a whole Lord of the Rings show, also, and I don't even care. I don't even care.
Yeah, that one came out. That one came out
yesterday or 2 days ago. And you know what? I
Yeah.
don't care. House of the Dragon has completely caught my attention. I don't want to give any of it away because I think anyone who sort of liked Game of Thrones will love.
Yeah, if you liked Game of Thrones at all, like you'll love this one too. Like it's right there with it. It's good. Damn. So good.
I'll tell you what's so good. The toxic motherfucker of the week.
It is now time for my toxic motherfucker of the week.
Let's go. My pick this week for the toxic mother of the week, Sylvester Stallone. Shout out to Sylvester Stallone. I don't know. Did you hear about this?
You mentioned it, but I'm still very confused. I guess as far as why.
So Sylvester,
why is he?
He's my pick for toxic motherfucker of the week. Sylvester Stallone, who was married for over 25 years to this nice lady, Jennifer Flavin. I don't know. They're very. I don't really know much about this couple, right? Anyway, so
I don't think he was very.
He's a very private man. I think he works a lot. He's like busy. I don't really know much about his wife, to be honest with you. I do know that he loved her enough.
He's got a bunch of daughters.
Got a bunch of kids, daughters that are like old now. I do know that he loved this woman so much that he tattooed a portrait of his wife's face on his body. Have you seen the tattoo?
I have seen that.
Okay, well, anyway.
So you never do that.
You never tattoo.
I think we've talked about
I have
this
tats.
before.
I got.
Never
I tell you what. I got my daughter's name on my children.
That's different. I was saying.
But you never tattoo your
other.
husband, boyfriend,
your
wife,
others.
Like their fucking face. Like this man tattooed his.
You don't tattoo their names, and he tattooed the face of his wife on his arm.
So
anyway, why is he toxic?
In recent news, well, unfortunately, I have to say that she filed for divorce. The wife did. And there's a rumor.
25 years. I give you 25 years.
She told
life.
journalists, "I'm sad to announce that after 25 years of marriage, I've filed for divorce from my husband, Sylvester Stallone." Now, I mean, this is Sly, this is Rocky we're talking about here, right? Sylvester.
Just say
while
why.
we will no longer be married, I will always cherish the more than 30-year relationship that we shared, and I know we are both committed to our beautiful daughter. So you know what? It didn't work out. It happens. Damn. It happens.
30 years.
The minute
Waste.
The minute she filed for divorce, Rocky himself went to the tattoo shop and fucking covered up her fucking face so goddamn fast. with a portrait of his dog.
Oh man.
He tattooed a
Oh,
picture of his
dang.
dog on his arm. Yeah, so
His dog is
more.
his dog is more
Yeah,
important
so
than his.
his beloved dog Butkus
Dang.
from the Rocky movies. Wait, hold up. We're going off the deep end. So he immediately changed the. Did you see this fucking tattoo? Put his fucking dog's picture on his arm instead. And while it's not necessarily the most toxic thing you can do,
Oh my god.
it speaks volumes about where this man is in mentally and what his thoughts are
Yeah.
and how he feels. And that's my pick for Toxic Mother of the Week. Sylvester Stallone, shout out to Sylvester
He
Stallone.
has been elected as the toxic mother of the week.
You dirty mother. To close out this show, do you have any last thoughts? Do you have any last words? Do you have anything that you're working on? Where do we go from here? Where does Ready Player Lift go from here?
I don't know. To the moon. We're on our way. We got Halloween coming up next month. Make sure to jump on our YouTube, subscribe, check that out. There's usually a little bit more extra stuff on the YouTube version of the episodes than the audio version. Not all the time, but sometimes. But yeah, I don't know.
So we have
We're putting together a lot of stuff. So
we have
things in the works.
Yeah, if we stick to the schedule, we have one more episode this month. And then it's going to be balls out Halloween shit. We're going to start a new season 7. We're going in.
Yeah.
So we got so be on the lookout. We're going to have one more episode this month. It's going to be your typical stuff, and then we are going to have just a special
the transition
massive
to
theming
Halloween
will be happening.
Spectacular.
Last year, if you enjoyed our scary horror movie corner, we're going to do that. We're going to do horror movie reviews. Last year, I talked Jerell into watching Hereditary, and he liked it.
Yeah. I
So
don't know if
maybe
we ever
this
got
year-
to talk about that.
We did.
We
did.
Did we? Okay.
Yeah, we talked about it. So
That movie.
if you are like us and if you like Halloween as much as we do, then you're going to want to check out Season 7. Season 7 will begin the first Sunday of October. And you know what? We're just going to have a blast. And like Jerell said, we do have a few things in the works. So we may or may not have some new swag.
New stuff to drop.
New stuff. We won't spoil it, but you'll see.
It's exciting.
Thank you
Exciting times.
for listening to the Ready Player Live podcast, your favorite show about games and games. I'm your host, Milo, here with my co-host, Jerell. Thank you for listening to this episode, and we will see you in 2 weeks. We out.